Hey Brooke, so I'm going to go through just the first row to kind of maybe help you get through this worksheet and graph. So let me find it. All right, so let's go to the worksheet and maybe that'll kind of get the ball rolling and help you go from there. So for the first section, what I would use, I would go back to my information. So on Learn, so on 3.04 Learn, I'm on types of blood vessels. So let's look at the very first space that I need to fill out. So we're looking at arteries. Let's do arteries first, and let's go across the row and fill that one out so that we don't get overwhelmed. So carries blood to the body tissues. That can be a little confusing because they rearrange the wording. What that means is away from the heart. So when blood is carried away from the heart, it ends up in your body tissues. So I go back to arteries. Arteries are vessels that carry blood away from the heart. So for that first little box there, it won't let me edit it, but you would put yes. Okay, so yes would go there. So carries blood back to the heart. Okay, so we know that it carries blood away from the heart, so that therefore it does not carry blood back to the heart. So that one would be no. Okay, so we would put no there. So let's go over to smallest of all blood vessels. Capillaries are actually the smallest of all blood vessels, super tiny. That's where arteries and veins end. Capillaries connect to the tissues and they deliver oxygen and receive carbon dioxide. They kind of swap them back and forth. So they're super, super small. It's kind of like the end of the road. That's the way I always taught my students. Capillaries are kind of where the road starts to end and blend into your tissues. So that one would be no. They're not the smallest. Capillaries are the smallest. Does it have a thick muscular wall? Let's go to where did I find that one? All right, so this one is kind of this answer is kind of hidden in a slide on down the road in capillaries. So blood leaving the heart travels through large, thick-walled arteries. So arteries do have thick muscular walls. So that would be yes. So we would put yes there. Does it contain valves to prevent backflow of blood? No, but I understand why this one can be a little bit confusing because it doesn't specifically say that, but it does for veins. So veins have valves that carry blood to the heart. It just doesn't list it for arteries. So we just assume no because it didn't tell us. It didn't tell us that it does. So it told us that veins do, but arteries don't. So that one would be no. And do smaller vessels that connect to capillaries for arteries, and that would also be no. That there's no smaller vessels that connect to capillaries, so that one would be no as well. Okay, so that's kind of how you fill out that first row. Um, and then you just go from there to veins, arterioles, and venules, and you complete those as well. So I hope that helps. I didn't put my picture and my face on there. I'm actually home, not feeling well today, so didn't look too well either. But I was able to get my screen on there so I could walk you through that. So let me know if you need any more help and have a good day. See ya.